My friend and I are 22 and we've known each other since childhood and we have always been really tight. We're pretty open with each other and there aren't many secrets in our friendship up until now. I'm not gonna lie, he's the golden child of his family and receives a bunch of support from his parents. His younger sister, who is 21, gets it pretty bad and they treat her like shit. About a month ago, I was on OnlyFans and came across a profile and clicked on it. I shit myself and instantly clicked off the profile. I never would have clicked on her profile if I had known it was her, and I wanted to respect her right to be anonymous on the website. I thought about it for a few days and eventually messaged her the following with the intention of helping her out. Hey Belle, this is really awkward for me and I hope you understand that I'm coming from a place of concern rather than anything else. I came across your OnlyFans the other day when at first I didn't know it was you. I clicked off once I realized. Just a heads up, I could identify you from your tattoos and I'd hate for your anonymity to be compromised if you continue to post since you have a fake name and all. I suggest blurring out these features, but if you're not bothered by this, then keep doing what you're doing. I just thought I'd touch base to be safe. I dated a guy named Joe for 3 months before he had left me to go back to his ex. Right after we broke up, I found out I was pregnant and now I'm 24 weeks. I let him know and he was ecstatic. Turns out his girlfriend had fertility issues and would likely never be able to get pregnant naturally, and he has always wanted to be a father. Getting back together was out of the question for both of us, so he's still with his girlfriend. Joe was only allowed at the initial appointment because of COVID, and we found out I was having twins. According to Joe, when he told his girlfriend, she had a mental breakdown about her infertility and she wanted to talk to me. I met them at their house and his girlfriend Kim stated that she wanted to be involved in my pregnancy because she would eventually be the children's stepmother. She started telling me weird things like I needed to prepare for a home birth and that I need to formula feed so that they could have the babies half of the week and that she wanted one boy and one girl. She also wants the kids to call her mama since they would be calling me mommy. I shut her down and said I would make the best choices for my children and my body and left. Kim continued to be overbearing. She texted me every day about my eating habits, exercise habits, and bitching about how her job wouldn't let her take maternity leave. At my virtual genetics, I come from a Muslim family, but I live in the West and my parents are liberal in comparison to my extended family. They've given me a lot of freedom, but there were still a few rules that I knew I should never break. One of them was not getting pregnant before marriage. I never thought it would be the rule I broke because I was never really interested in dating. I had always wanted to wait until marriage, which was partly due to my upbringing and partly because the idea of having lots of casual sex just never appealed to me. This was until I met the man who would later become my husband. Looking back, I behaved totally out of character from the way I normally am. I still have no idea why I did what I did or what my thought process behind any of it was, but I very quickly threw out a lot of the values I held because I enjoyed the attention he was giving me. For 6 months, it was like I was completely intoxicated by him. Then I found out I was pregnant, and reality came crashing down very quickly. I was terrified to tell my family or my husband. My friend suggested that I tell my husband first so I could come up with a game plan before I had to tell my family. I was a crying, ugly mess when I finally did tell my husband. His family is also Muslim, but they make even my parents look super conservative and traditional by comparison, so he didn't seem to understand why I was so upset or scared. When I finally calmed down enough to explain how strict my extended family was, he told me he would speak to my parents for me and he would tell them we were going to get married before anyone found out I was pregnant. I didn't think he was serious because we barely knew each other. He had been very clear that he was only